Alright, June 7th. Took the day off. Working on the rafters. We're just getting started. Pulled the tractor out, hooked it up to the trailer that I'm using as a bench. I have these other rafters here. I just unstrapped. These had ratchet straps on them in the greenhouse. Doors are open in the greenhouse, trying to keep it as cool as possible. We've got 70% aluminum shade net here. A regular tarp down the middle. And on this side I have 50% shade cloth. Just three different types. Anyway. Check out the petal fall on this rhododendron. Purple rhododendron. Still in bloom, but it's losing its petals. I just finished trimming the one rafter. I'll show you the tools I'm using. This is the Milwaukee cordless planer. I don't think it's the fuel edition, but it works really good, especially with a smaller battery because it makes it really light. I don't like using this across the sides because it digs in on the corner of the blades and it leaves lines, so I'm just not even going to do that. I'll let that be natural. Maybe I'll hit it with the flame, but I think it's going to look good. So I'm just rounding over all the edges, putting a chamfer on the edge, slight chamfer on the rafter tail itself. This is the part that's going to sit, the rafter seat, in the bird's mouth, carved into the top plate. I also have my brass spoke shave, which is really nice. Found this at an antique store. Sharpen it up and it works great. Alright, so I just had to show you this. Here are the beetles I'm dealing with. Get that in focus. Came out of that hole right there, that little bastard. So, we can't let him get away. Ugh. And a bunch of exit holes. Here's another beetle. I smushed it. Here's another one. So I made a mistake. I learned a lesson. Here's the frass coming out of the holes here. Wow. Some more. See if I can get that guy in focus. Okay. So I gotta get some pesticide, some borax at least, and start spraying these guys after I unpeel them. I really did make mistakes. There's even signs of some mold. Wow. So what I did is I stacked them all together without any airspace and ratchet strapped them for a couple months. So I'm probably gonna have big trouble, aren't I? These look drier. And just those first few, hopefully. Okay, well, hopefully they're still usable. You know, I'm expecting some bugs. As long as I kill them, I'm not too concerned about having bug holes. I don't think they affect the structure all that much. And this is way overbuilt anyway. So as long as they're dead. Ah, oh, you little bastard. I don't know if they have stingers. But yeah. All right. There I am. You know, the struggles of using native lumber that you milled yourself. You don't want to move it 100 times. You kind of leave it in a place too long. So, you know, there's a lot of logistics involved in this, and that's part of the hardest part of building. Sometimes it's not the timber work, which is kind of enjoyable, but it's just moving the things. So, you know, in and out, trying to keep it out of the rain. But obviously what I did here, I'm going to pay for. So I just spread them out. Well, they're not crooked, so that's the good thing. The good news is that did work. These were all ratchet strapped together. All right, so I got my hand-hewn book from Jack Sobin, and on this page he shows the powder post beetles. It says beach is affected. Treat it with a borate-based solution. I'm not sure if he says what that means, but I thought that I could just use borax and water. I don't know. All right, so until I get that fancy chemical, I'm just gonna do a borax and hot water. Try to dissolve that. Maybe some soap at the end, but not at first, because I don't want it to foam over. I need something to stir this. Alright, so I was working on the 6th rafter. I completed 5 on this one battery, and it's a 4. It's a smaller one too, so that's not bad. Now I have a bigger battery in the bag, fully charged. I think it's a 6, so that should get us through most of the rest of them. This is going pretty good now that I got this set up like this. I have the sawhorses aligned, and I'm doing one at a time. I'm not keeping too many on the sawhorse. I'm just moving them right away out onto the trailer and get them right on out of here. So we'll see also how much this trailer can hold. There's going to be a lot of weight on there once I get the rest already. All right, so I gotta change out the batteries, get back to planing. Let me just show you how I clean up this end. So I'm just putting a chamfer and planing the side of the rafter that's going to be showing when you look up. This is the bottom side of the rafter, and this is where it's going to go into the top plate. That's the bird's mouth, and this is the rafter tail. It's going to stick out past the top plate and give us a nice overhang. I think it's about 1.5 feet total. We'll see. So I'm just going to round over these chamfers here, just like that, using the spoke shave. I'm also gonna take the edge off this a little bit. And the idea here is you don't want these 90-degree angles going into the mortise, because you know, if there's any bit of debris in there, or if any swelling or different movements, you want it to sit flat in there. You don't want it to get hung up. You know, sit flat on the nice faces. So I'm just trying to take the edge down using the spoke shave. So I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, or the only way to do it, just the way that I'm doing it. Spoke shave is nice because I can get in, kind of do the whole job. And then I also want to just take the edge off the inside of the rafter tail here. I'm not going to be aggressive with this. Just take the edge off. That's all. Same on the end. If I hold the spoke shave at an angle, it helps me get a nice cut across the grain. And this I sharpened a while ago, and it's been holding its edge really nice. I have a lot of control with how deep I want to plunge the blade. I could be aggressive just by the way I'm holding this, which is nice. I had to get used to it. You know, I think metal ones, steel ones would feel a little different. This one feels a little, I don't know, rounded over just because it's brass. It's been used a lot, but you know, it works good. So that's it. That's certainly a lot of weight. I don't know how much. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, there is 18. 18 rafters. Okay, so the tire flexes more than the spring does. It does need new tires if I'm going to take this on the road. Let me just show you what I keep my spoke shave in. It's an old Crown Royal bag. Crown Royal bag. I think it's pretty old. I think it was my grandfather's. We had a whole stash of them. We like Crown Royal. This one, another one. This one has the low angle plane in it, which is awesome to have. All right. See if this tractor moves this load. Let's find out. Bad. This is my borax and water mixture. I'm just noticing that it's all solidified down at the bottom. Well, that's much better. A little bit of drainage that comes through the fence here. Spring comes out, floods and everything. So I'm trying to make it controlled. Just the spraying window for the okay. There's lots of apples. I mean, there's no press of the cider. It doesn't matter if Press it. Send it and drink it.
Who fell off the ceiling last night? Which one of you was it? Look at how much littler Piccolo is than everybody else.
So there's like 10 of them that look exactly the same, right?
Yeah. And then there's Speck.
There's Speck, who's blind
Who is ugly as fuck.
in one eye.
Ugly as sin, Speck.
There's Speck.
Well, it's still my favorite
Got a
chicken.
lump over her left eye.
Rex out there keeping an eye on his girls.
Keeping an ear on Lucas. He's sleeping.
That's it, Bubba. I don't have anything sweet today. I don't have any
Hey,
fruit.
Speck. Speck's got speckled feathers. Or variegated, I guess. Is that what that's called? It's got brown on the edge
Yeah.
and
I think
brown
Speck-
vein on the...
Speck is a Americana Australian mix, I think. Don't touch me, Mommy.